Oh, ugh. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Chilling with Londa. Y'all, it is cold down here in the MIA, and I couldn't put on nothing else but my onesie because it's cozy. Of course, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna tell a story time. I am freshly awoken, y'all. Your girl might sound like Barry White a little bit, but we up, and I'm gonna tell this story time because guess what? I had another bad date. Now listen, my guy or my ex guy, whatever you want to be, he have a YouTube channel too. And don't be on my channel because your feelings gonna get hurt. Whoop did do, whoop did do, whoop did whoop did do. Yes, I've been going on dates. Where the hood niggas at? 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 But it ain't been going good. So I decided to tell y'all just the people that's been trying me, the niggas that been trying me. I'm just gonna tell stories about them. I might even post a little picky pic, a little blurry pic or two. You know what I'm saying? So it's another bad date. It's another bad date. Another date going wrong, and I want to tell y'all about it. But y'all, I'm so sorry if this y'all first time on my channel, honey. I am Londa. Everything over here helps. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Like the video. Leave y'all comments. Of course, hype me up. All that good stuff. But if you're already a part of the crew, you know what time it is. It's time for another story time. I'm going to talk about somebody, laugh about somebody. Child, we just going to have a good time. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. So, like I said, y'all, I have been going on dates and, yeah. Let's just say things are complicated right now. Things are complicated and I'm doing me. I'm doing me. So I've been like, just testing the water a little bit because the girl have been out the game for years. I can't even flirt right. I don't know how to talk to people right. Your girl been out the game a few years, but I have been going on if you want to call them little dates, and I'm going to have a little series about these little dates, because these men is trash. They be out here trying me like I'm not the finest thing out on the street walking. But it's like, these men are trash, y'all. So I want to call this one, we're going to call this guy Carter, right? What do I want to post this picture on my thumbnail? We shall see. But we're going to call this fellow Carter, right? And no, I didn't meet this one on the internet. I met this one in person, honey. So I was parked in my car, just at a gas station at the 7-Eleven to be exact. I was parked in front of the gas station. I had just went in, got me a few snacky stacks, went inside the ATM, got my rent money out. So I'm sitting in my car, just browsing my phone. I didn't pull off immediately. And my car is faced towards the door. So these group of guys come, I could see them get out the car. Nice car to be exact. And they all heading towards the door. So I'm like, where the hood niggas at? Where the hood niggas at? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking, and it was one that caught my eye, and he looked at me, and I'm looking at him. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just chill in my car a little bit. I'm not worried about them. He's fine or whatever, but I'm gonna just mind my business. So a couple of minutes later, I'm still sitting in the car. He comes out. Well, the group of guys come out. They all go to the truck. He is like lingering behind. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. And this one, y'all, I'm gonna describe him. Y'all know how I like dark skin, tall, maybe a little dread and a gold, a little thug style. I'm trying to get out of that. But this one, he was taller than me. He was a light skinned guy, like a little darker than me though, but not dark, like dark chocolate like I like, but he was a little light skinned. My flaw, yes, he had a mouth full of goals. I'm learning. I'm learning very slow. Take it easy on me, sister. But he had a mouth full of goals and he was handsome. His face looked good. He was clear of acne. So I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, and he's starting to approach my car. So I'm getting nervous. Like I said, y'all, I've been out the game. If I don't meet nobody on the internet, on person, you scare me. Immediately, anxiety 100. So he's walking up to my car, and I'm just getting scared because he walking to come see me. So yeah, he comes to my car door, and he's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, long story short, y'all, he say his name is Carter. I say my name is Londa. We talked for a little bit. His boy's like, bro, let's go, let's go. We exchanged numbers, and then that was that. I met Carter at the gas station. So we exchanged numbers, so we started texting, whatever. He seemed pretty nice, so texting led to us talking or whatever. And Carter was pretty cool. So he stayed like 20 minutes from me. Now, I don't know if I want to say the area because a lot of y'all is from Miami, but let's say he was 20 minutes from where I stay at. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna come to your house, because I just met people. I don't want him pulling up to my house. I don't want nobody knowing my gate code. I don't want nobody over here. So I am very much okay with just pulling up on people, y'all, or meeting you wherever we're gonna go, or me coming to your house. I am perfectly fine with that because I don't want you over here. So, we continued talking and texting, and eventually the conversation led to me coming to meet him, right? So now, I'm a very, very simple girl. It doesn't bother me. I don't want to go to Red Lobster. We ain't got to go to Houston Steakhouse on no first date. I'm a very simple girl. I'm not hard to please at all. So I opt to go to Miller's Owl House because they have the best zingers or chicken tenders, right? So I wanted to go there and, I pick him up or whatever. So we riding and we're talking. Miller's Owl House is kind of far from where we were. So it was a little ride. But on the ride there, we were talking about, just getting to know each other. And he just kept talking about his used to be, y'all. You ever met somebody how, oh, I used to be this. I used to have all these muscles. I used to, have all this hair. And then he kept talking about his car. So he kept showing me white pictures of a white Challenger. And he's just like, yeah, that's my baby. I really, really love this car. And I just put so much work into this car. That's my baby. It's parked up or whatever. But I'm gonna come get you next time in the car. Like, I love this white Challenger, this white Challenger, this white Challenger, this white Challenger. It's just my favorite car. Like, I love this car so much. Like, I picked up so many women in this car. And he's just going on about has-beens, used to be's. He used to be a used to, he's just, and I'm just, I'm listening because we just meeting each other. And I don't want to, interrupt him because he apparently loved this white Charger so much. And I didn't question it. I didn't ask, was it in the shop? Because, that's, people don't have cars. It's always in the shop. So we just right in the middle of our house, y'all, and we make it there. And we order food, and like I said, the vibe was cool. Carter was pretty okay. Like he asked me, he was like, you want to get something totally different from me so that we can like share each other food. I thought that was a little cutesy or whatever. I never had a man ask me that. So I ordered this and he ordered that. He was like, baby, you want a drink? I was like, yeah, I want a drink. I like that. I ordered me a little white Russian, which sucked. I don't know why they have white Russian on the menu. If you're going to make a white Russian, please make it right, please. I ordered me a white Russian. He gets him a little drinky drink. And we vibing out. We having a good time. We talking. We laughing. At the end of the dinner, y'all, he paid. He paid. He didn't ask me. I didn't pull out my wallet. Carter is doing his thing right now. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. I didn't have to go half. He ain't asked me for $20 to put on the tab. You know what I'm saying? He just pulled out his wallet and swiped the little card. But what I did do, y'all, I ain't gonna cap. I did pay a little $10 tip because I feel like, okay, you know, you paid for the dinner. The least I could do is tip the guy because the waiter he was really nice. Like, he was real good. So I just put a little 10 on the table for the tip. That's the least I could do. I wanted to do that because he paid for everything else. It's a vibe at this point, y'all. It's a vibe. And I'm just enjoying the time. After dinner, he was like, what you doing? You have any plans? I was like, nah, my date is like free for you. We gonna have fun or whatever. He was like, cool, I already have movie tickets. So I was like, ooh, you already have movie tickets? Like, to me, this is rare. Ladies, is this rare or what? Like, am I just new to the game? Because I've been out the game for some years. Like, guys doing this, he brought the movie tickets early, girl. So I was like, okay, what movie are we gonna see? He was like, we're gonna see Housemaid. Y'all, this is recent. Housemaid. Y'all gotta go check that movie out. Housemaid is literally just like a good ass Lifetime movie. Y'all know how them Lifetime movies be, child. Go check it out. Go check it out. It is like 2.5 hours long though, so be prepared to sit there for a while. But the movie is a good movie. He slept through the whole movie. I watched it, but it was a good movie overall. So like I said, He paid for the movie tickets, honey. He was like, you want a little snacky snack? I was like, honey, we just ate. He was like, I don't care. You want your little slushy and stuff? And mind you, they had a bar in there. So I seen the bar. So I wanted another take at a White Russian. So I was like, I don't want no slushy. I want to go to the bar, get me a White Russian. And that White Russian was creamy. It was thick. It was sweet. It had a lot of Hennessy in it. Yes, ma'am. How the movie theater make a better White Russian than a restaurant? Tell me that. So after the movie, y'all, everything was good. Like I said, we were in my car. I didn't have a problem with picking him up because I'm just like meeting him, and I don't want to be, I want to be in my own car. Y'all get it. So after the movie, I go take him home, and I drop him off, and he instantly called me. So we on, it's a vibe. Y'all, it's a vibe with me and Carter. Me and Carter is talking, honey. I'm walking around my apartment. I'm just moving stuff around. I'm doing cleaning. I'm on the phone. I'm just talking, like, we good. Carter is nice. So we talking and we talking. Now, mind y'all, I have just like, it's complicated over here. It's a situationship. It's complicated. We're working on it. So I don't want to talk about my relationship. It's too much to handle. It's too much to talk about and unpack. So I avoid that at all costs when it comes to anybody. I don't really talk about it. So you tell me what you want to tell me. So he goes on to tell me about his past relationship and his baby mama, and I'm all ears. Now he goes to talking about this woman. You know, I know how guys can, like, I know how guys rock when they talk bad about their baby mama and stuff like that. Most of the time it's probably you. Because if you have nothing good to say about this woman, it's probably you. But let's just say he didn't hate his baby mama, but the way he was describing her, he was like, yeah, she stayed with me. He was like, so she stayed with me in my apartment for a couple months, and you see the area around here, it's a lot of dope and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, you stay in a pretty bad area. So he was like, yeah, man, I'm going to work and everything like that. And every time I'm at work, she never answered the phone. So I got tired of it. So like one day I tricked her. So she thought I was going to work. So he was like, he was watching her. So apparently, long story short, y'all, his baby mama was sneaking off down the street to the dope man house. And she was on that stuff. Like real bad. I'm talking about that stuff. So the way he was describing her, he was like, yeah. So when I came home, she was in the house. She was high. She had foam around her mouth. And I told her, I'm tired of this. Like, I don't know. I can't deal with you. You keep doing this stuff. And we got a baby. The way he was describing her, y'all, let me move to the side. So you talking about her? He was talking about her. Yeah. So I'm in my head, I'm listening and I'm trying not to judge. So you over here in love, or was in love with a crackhead. Oh my God. I'm sorry to talk about her, but the way he was describing this girl, yeah, she was a crackhead. I am recording a video real quick. I forwarded you for a reason. Let me call you back. You see what I'm saying? These niggas ain't no good. I'm keeping this in the video because I love y'all. I keep it raw with y'all. If I forward your call for a reason, I'm recording. I'm doing my thing. Anyway, we moving on, right? So back to Carter. So we talking to so y'all, in my head, I made up that, oh, she's a crackhead. You was in love with a crackhead. Noted. So now he's talking about how his uncle stayed with him. I seen the older guy sitting on the porch when I picked him up a couple times, and he says that that's his uncle. So I was just like, well, maybe his uncle, he's like, my uncle stay with me, and I'm just tired of all the people in my house all the time. He been staying with me for a few years. He don't really pay his rent on time, and when he do pay, he pay me like bits and pieces. Like, I'm just so tired of everything. I'm so tired of my crackhead baby mama. I'm so tired of my crackhead uncle. I am just so tired of everything. And I am always a listening ear. I am the most down to earth person you could probably meet in your life. I understand a lot because I've been through a lot. So I'm always a listening ear. I'm just giving advice. I'm like, maybe you should try to break his rent down in 2-3 pieces so it's easier on him to pay you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just giving advice, and he's just like, no, I'm tired of her. I'm tired of him staying in my house, and I'm just listening. But he's cool at this point. But it's like, okay, now, whoa, Carter. I kind of break away from that conversation just a little bit because I'm tired of hearing you complain about things that you have control over in your life. If it was something you did not have control over, but you have control over those things in your life. Then he goes to talk about, oh, you work from home. You don't really deal with stresses of working with people and all of this. Just trying to make it seem like my job just so easy, is non-existent. That's not true at all. But he's like, oh, he works in a security company and he's a supervisor, and how he always have to work over 140 hours in a week. Stop lying. I have to work 140 hours in a week, and I'm so tired. I'm just the supervisor. I'm just the supervisor. I'm just the supervisor. I work so hard, and it's just, all these employees keep calling off, man. They killing me, man. Like, I need another job. I've been doing this security work for like 8 years. I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of it. So I'm on the phone, and I'm just listening to Carter. I'm soaking it all in. I'm trying to get an idea of what kind of guy this is. Because no, I'm not trying to find a husband. No, I'm not trying to find a boyfriend. But I'm just getting my little pinky toe out there, just meeting people, just just not being in a house alone, letting all my situationships just drown me. So I'm just listening to him. After the conversation, I decided to still talk to Carter because people have issues or whatever, and I'm trying not to judge him by, he got old people staying with him. He's in love with a crackhead. He's a supervisor, and apparently they enslaving him over there. They're working him over 140 hours. I am taking the information he's giving me. I'm taking it and giving him the benefit of the doubt. A couple days later, y'all, like I said, me and Carter was cool, and we would talk on the phone. So it went from us talking on the phone to us, FaceTime or WhatsApping on video, because your girl don't have an iPhone. I am team Android to the death of me. I don't want an iPhone. So if you want to video call me, we go to WhatsApp. So we WhatsApping on the phone, and we've been on the phone for a long time now. And I'm just admiring Carter because Carter has some nice caramel skin. He didn't have no bumps. His goals was shiny. It wasn't like the other guy I told y'all about with the brown goals. His goals was clean. It was shiny. So he would like smile and gleam all in the camera. So your girl is feeling it. I'm having a good time talking to Carter. We on the WhatsApp at this point. So on the FaceTime video, I got my LED lights on. Apparently, he had his LED lights on, and I'm in my bed, laid with my bonnet on, girl. I got to lay a certain way because y'all know I got my little chin down here, and if I lay down like that, it just look too much. So I'm all propped up in my bed, looking cute, head up, shoulders back, just looking cute, you know what I'm saying, talking to Mr. Carter, and we just having a good conversation. And I remember specifically, he was laying on his belly, and he had his feet swinging in the air. The conversation was that good. He had his feet swinging in the air. So I was like, yeah, me and Carter is a vibe. I kind of like him. Besides him complaining and stuff, he's a vibe, so we're talking and we're talking. 1 hour turned into 2 hours turned into 3. And it's really late at this point. Let's say it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning at this point. So I hear the door swing. He got his feet swinging and we caking on the phone. I hear the door swing open, right? And it's an old voice, right? His uncle. His uncle was like, yo, Carter. I'm like, it's late. I'm ready to lay down. You got to go take it to the couch. It's time to write down the lies. It's time to write down the lies. Lie number 1. Lie number 1. Noted. Okay, what you mean? I heard Unc say, nephew, I'm ready to take it in. It's time to go to the couch. You said that was your house. You said that was your apartment. You said that he stay with you. You said he don't pay you no bills. So why he telling you to get out the room and go on the couch because he ready to go to sleep? I'm so tired of these liars, y'all. I'm so tired. So I ain't say nothing because, I don't want to embarrass nobody. I don't be want to put nobody on the spot, y'all. Because I like the vibe. I don't really want to mess the vibe up because, sometimes people lie about things, and I give people the benefit of the doubt because you know what? I don't need Carter for nothing. I have my own car, my own money, my own place, my own everything, my own peace of mind. I don't need Carter for nothing. So that's you. You want to lie about your living circumstances? I just noted it. I noted it mentally, and I noted it in my notepad right here. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm noting everything you telling me, Mr. Carter. Noted, right? So the next day, he was like, baby, you know, I'm getting a little sleepy. I'm finna go to bed, I'm about, quote unquote, I'm finna get on the couch. But we gonna catch up tomorrow. And I'm like, cool, baby, we could catch up tomorrow. So the next day he calls me. He was like, what you doing? I love this energy, y'all. When a man tell me what's the plans is, So he was like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. He's like, you hungry? I'm like, yeah. He was like, let's go to this buffet. I like, they got crab legs and all the fresh seafood or whatnot. I'm like, hell yeah. Cool. He was like, but I don't need you to pick me up today. You could just meet me at the buffet. Bet. Send me the address. I'm all excited, y'all, because the buffet is a buffet. So I'm getting dressed. I'm texting him. Send me the address. He sent me the address. I'm on the way. He's like, cool, I'm on the way too. I'm in the car, so I beat him. I beat him there. So I'm parked in front of the buffet. He's like, I'm pulling up. Okay? So I'm like, okay, let me gather my purse. Let me get my little stuff. I'm gonna go stand in front of the door. So I'm standing in front of the door, y'all. And I'm looking on my phone. I'm looking down. And all I hear is, vroom. I look up. And Carter is on an electric scooter. Okay, you want to play games. Noted. He lied about having the car. Because what? What happened? Moving to the side. What happened to this? What happened to that? And what made it so worse? What made it worse? What confirmed my suspicions? And what confirmed my suspicions, y'all? He had on a helmet, y'all. He had on a helmet. He had on a helmet with the electric scooter. He was joking that scooter, and he parked that scooter to perfection. That means he ride that scooter all the time. That scooter was smoking hot. That helmet was used, y'all. It fit perfectly to his head. He had to use that helmet so many times. What happened to the Challenger? Where's your baby? Where's your noted second line? I'm keeping it up here and I'm keeping it down here. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't say nothing. Because why he asked me on a date? He asked me on another date and we're here. We're gonna do this thing. So, he parked his scooter next to my car. He put his helmet on top of the handlebars. And he locked that motherfucker. And we go, and I'm just trying to not show so much like, you're a liar. Why? But we're here now. We're at the buffet and your girl is ready to eat. Now, this spot has some great food, fresh seafood. Hibachi was fresh. So I opt for the seafood and some hibachi, right? I ate my plate and I got full. At the very, very end, he had some concoction he had done put together with his hibachi plate. Apparently, he had eggs in his hibachi. Now, those of people who know me in my life knows eggs with me can be a iffy thing. Iffy thing meaning I think I have. Let me plug this camera in before y'all go dead on the girl. So when I say I'm iffy with eggs, meaning I think I have an allergy to eggs. I'm just being honest. Either I can eat them one day and I can't eat them the next day. I think I'm going with the Negro eggs, the brown eggs, because the white eggs, they make me a little nauseous, y'all. I'm serious. They make me throw up real bad, right? So he must have had some eggs in his hibachi. I shouldn't have ate any of it because I was already full at that point. But he was like, taste it, baby, taste it. So I tasted the hibachi, right? And immediately after I swallowed that first little piece of steak, my stomach just went like, y'all know? It got the bubbling. And I'm never the type to vomit in front of people. I always can hold my vomit because when I feel it, I'm going somewhere in private. So I immediately feel that little turn in my stomach and my mouth started to water. Y'all know what that means. So I'm looking at him and he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I put my finger up and I just walked to the bathroom immediately. As soon as I opened the bathroom door, it was a trash right there, y'all. And everything. I'm talking about everything that I had ate. I'm talking about I had tears in my eyes. I was in there choking for delight. I was trying to breathe. I was in there throwing up my guts, y'all. Them eggs, whatever was in that hibachi. Oh, girl. Your girl threw up real bad. When I say I threw up real bad, real bad. So I was in there for a minute. I had to gather my thoughts. I had to gather my guts. I had to clean my mouth out with some water. I was in there just gathering myself. Because I had just threw up every single thing. So I was in there for like 10 minutes or whatnot, So I'm walking out the bathroom. And I sit back to the table. And I was like, wiping my eyes because they red, girl. So he's like, what's wrong? I say, I just threw up every single thing I ate. And you would think he showed compassion, like, oh, you all right? What you ate? Like, oh my God, your stomach feel better? He got mad. He was like, what you threw up for? Another red flag. Noted. Let me take out my notebook. Noted. He got mad because I threw up. Noted. Noted. It's up here and it's down here. He was like, what you threw up for? Why you getting sick like that? What's wrong with you? So, yeah. I am flabbergasted. I'm sitting there. Y'all know how I am. I just be sitting there looking stupid. Cause who you talking to? You mad cause I threw up my food? You instead of you asking me, am I okay? You get mad because I threw up my food? You have no compassion. You have no empathy. You no care. He's really mad and irritated. He's really mad and irritated. So you know how I paid for the tip at Miller's Outhouse? Hell no. You're going to pay for this meal and you're going to tip this little waitress your little $5 that you did. And I'm not going to contribute to anything because note it. You got mad at me for throwing up my food. And that's kind of sad, ain't it? These guys, man, when I tell you, I don't know what's up with the dating game. Like, y'all, please leave down in the comments. Please tell me I ain't the only one. Girl, if you out here single and you out here dating, when I say dating, I mean just that. If you're out here dating, tell me a little story down below. A little quick little 1-2 of how that went. Because I can't be the only one experiencing these kinds of men. Everything was good. You know, everything is good, but they be lying. Why do they be lying? They be lying to keep up, trying to keep up with me or something. I think that's what it is. Y'all, I am over it with Carter. I'm over it with Carter. You know, in my brain, that was already 3 things you done to me, and I was over it. You know, in my head, I was checked out, y'all. I was really checked out. I was like, Mr. Carter, you're kind of handsome and all of that. And, you know, you do got your little money or whatever, you know. You do know how to take charge. But, y'all, mentally, I was checked out on him. I was like, next. I was ready for the next hood. As Miss Kane say, I was ready for the next hood wiggle. You feel me? I was ready. Where the hood niggas at? Where the hood niggas at? Where the hood niggas at? In my head, I was ready for the next. So I was checked out with Carter, right? So after he got mad and stuff like that. Remember I told you he had a scooter. So he was like, so he flipped again. So he was like, you know, well, we done eating, meet me at my house. I don't know why I agreed to go to his house, y'all. But I was just like, okay, I'm mentally checked out with him. After tonight, I'm probably not going to talk to him no more. So let's just end the night. You know, right? Let me just talk to him a little bit. Whatever. I'm going to meet you at your house. So he gets his helmet and he puts his helmet on and he scraps it down. And he cuts his scooter on, vroom, vroom, and he right out the parking lot, right? And I'm looking, I'm like, where's this car? Where's this Charger that he said he had? So I go to his house and now we're sitting in front, you know, in my car. We're sitting in my car because he parked his scooter on the side. So we're sitting in the car and we're just talking. We're just talking and the night is getting old, you know. The sun has set at this point. And like I said, I was checked out at this point. I was really, really checked out. So we sitting in the car and his uncle kept asking him to do different things, y'all. Kept asking him to, you know, every time he get comfortable in the car, his uncle would call him and he would jump up and he would just go do stuff for his uncle. And that's fine because his uncle was old. But it's like, I thought this was your apartment. Because at some point, you know, during the conversation, his uncle was just like, nephew, you got my key? You got the key to the door? I thought this was your apartment. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, all of these lies, it just was like, why do men lie? Like, why do you have to lie to kick it? So we're in the car, we're talking. And we got to a conversation about, you know, getting in our 30s. Getting in your 30s. No, we're not old. But y'all know things in your 30s and 40s, it does hit different on the body and on the mental. You know, things hurt that has never hurt before. Like sometimes my knees be cracking, girl. I know it. It's just, I be rubbing them like I'm 90 years old. You know, sometimes if I sleep the wrong way, girl, your girl be all for like an hour, you know. Things just don't hit the same from when I was in the 20s. When I was in my 20s, I'm a morning person. I wake up, I hop out of bed, I'm just vibrant. If I wake up and I get out that bed too fast, I'm a faint. I'm gonna pass. I see stars and I just, I gotta catch my breath. I can't get up as fast as I used to. So We're just talking about how things change in the body as you get older. Yeah, we just having a good conversation, you know. I have all those lies in the back of my head, but the conversation is good right now, you know. And we're just sitting in the car. Mind you, he never even offered to go inside of his apartment, which is fine with me because I didn't want to go inside anyway. But that just further proves that that was not his apartment. So his uncle had came to the car and asked him, can he go to the corner store and get him a little something from the corner store. Like I said, he would jump for his uncle. Y'all, he get out the car, he go crank that scooter up, and he vroom, and left me sitting there. Now, the corner store was just right down the street, y'all. Where's that Challenger, sir? Where's your car? And then what gets me, when people know they be lying and the truth come out, they just act like nothing happened. Like when we were on Facetime or WhatsApp video and his uncle said that he ready to go to bed, get your ass on the couch. He muted that phone so fast, y'all. He muted the phone so fast. He muted it. And you know how I know he muted it? Because on WhatsApp, when people, you can see it. When people on hold, when people mute you, it said muted at the top. So whatever his uncle was telling him, he did not want me to hear. But he was acting like nothing happened. Everything was normal. So he comes back with his uncle's stuff, park his scooter, we gets back in the car. Mind you, my legs is getting numb. We have been sitting in the car all night talking. It's like, okay, what is this? Yes, we're having a good conversation, but what is this, you know? Back to how we were talking about the body change and things change as you get older. Y'all, sometimes I get a little chin hair down here. It ain't PCOS. It ain't none of that. I already been checked for all of that. Your girl just getting a little older. And, you know, I'm already a hairy girl. My sideburns be all down here. So, yeah, your girl get a little few hairs down there and I got to wax it. You feel me? So, you know, I was telling him how I would have to wax my little chin hairs and stuff like that. And we just talking. And y'all, he was just laughing so hard at the fact that I had chin hairs, right? I was thinking in my head, what the fuck you laughing at? Like, you need chin hairs because his beard wasn't connected. I can't stand a man. Just let it go. Cut it off. He got beady beads all right here. Nothing connecting. So what's funny? What's funny? Huh? At least it looked like I got more chin hair than you, but I'm gonna let that one slide. So I'm looking at him like, what's so funny? The fact that I got a little chin hair down there. You feel me? So he's laughing so hard. I look to my right, y'all. He got his mouth wide open. He's like, and I see a little side tooth missing, right? Okay, the side tooth is missing, but the side tooth, yeah, it was missing, and then you could see the next tooth next to it, and it was black. It was black. It was right in. So I'm looking at his teeth, right? And I'm already a little offended because what's so funny about me having chin hairs, right? So I looked at his teeth and I'm like, yo, your side tooth missing because what's funny? I wanted you to stop kicking at me. So he got quiet. So he was like, yeah, my side tooth missing or whatever. And I was like, and the other tooth is black. Y'all put him on the spot because what? And y'all already know me. Now, let me just say this before I go to this next part. Those of y'all who know me and follow me, y'all know your girl is missing teeth at the bottom. I wear my little thing and yeah, I have a missing tooth at the bottom. So I don't be talking about nobody teeth, but you're laughing at my chin hair. So I'm going to point out your missing side tooth. So when I told him, I said, and the one next to it is a little black rotten, you know, he was like, yeah, man, you know, for years, I ain't had no front teeth in the front. Like all my teeth at the front missing. So I wear gauze so I can cover it. But you laughing at my chin hair. I was just like, I didn't want to like be rude because like again, I'm missing the teeth at the bottom, right? So I didn't go too hard on them, but I was just thinking like, can you show me? Because that little tooth that was on the side of the missing tooth, y'all, it was black and it was rotten. Like it was black and it was rotten. So that's why you be wearing them goals all the time, all day. Because they wasn't permanent, y'all. There was pullouts. So that's the reason why I never seen your real teeth. Because you don't have any real teeth. But you got the nerve to be sitting up here laughing at the fact that I get a few chin hairs. So I'm still asking him about this teeth. Like, what's up with the grill? Like, can you remove it? Can you let me see? He would not take the grill out. He was like, no, I am not taking the grill out. That tooth was rotten. If that little tooth in the front was rotten, I could imagine the other teeth that he said he didn't have no teeth. So maybe the teeth that he had, it was rotten. And I just couldn't get down with that because you laughing at my chin hair. I don't think I like that too much. So I was just like going in on him because he was laughing at the fact that your girl had chin hair. And he even pointed out one that I missed, girl. He was like, oh, and that one thick right there. He was going in on me. So I was going in on him. I was like, no, remove the grill. And y'all, I'm learning. I'm learning to stray away from the man with the grills, y'all. I don't know what it is, but it just melts me when I see a fine man with a grill in his mouth. But I'm working on it. I'm growing up, y'all. I'm really growing up. And I'm learning that it's not hygienic. These men do not keep up with their teeth underneath them grills. So I'm like, Carter, take the grill off. Let me see. He would not take the grill off, y'all. But I can see all his teeth, his side teeth missing. They rotten. I can just tell it was a tragedy underneath those goals. And you laughing at my chin hair. So the vibe got a little quiet. He threw a jab at me. I threw a jab at him. Like I told y'all, I was already checked out of this date. I really didn't give a damn. If we started like going back and forth with the insults, it would have been fine with me because that would have been a smooth exit. But it didn't get to that. We calmed down just a little bit and we continued talking. But this is going to be the ending of it. So the conversation did smooth down. And so you know how guys are, worthless piece of hornballs. I don't know why he did this, but he started to like rub on my knee. I have thick old thighs. You can rub my knee. You can rub my knee. It ain't gonna do nothing to me. It ain't gonna do me nothing. You can rub my knee, okay? So we're talking, and his little grimy hand started touching up my thigh. So I'm like, okay, the middle of the thigh is okay. I got big old thighs. You ain't close to the middle area. You can't do me nothing. Okay, cool. You can rub on the middle of the thigh. So, he started going up to my hip. So I'm like, okay, the hip is it's a little okay. I got thick old thighs. You ain't going in the middle. You feel me? You could rub my little hip and, you can massage it, whatever like that. But then he started talking a little freaky dicky. He wanted to freak on your girl. Telling me how juicy I am, and he want to rub me up and fill me up, and baby, your back seat is huge and it's clean, and let's take it to the back seat. We can go to the back seat and all of this. And I'm just looking at this sucker like, oh, should I pull out my thing? Should I pull out my thing? Okay, so let's go ahead and analyze my list that I had put together for him. The bad outweighs the good. First of all, you lied about your uncle staying with you, sir. That is clearly your uncle's, and it was an efficiency. You understand? You lied about your uncle staying with you in an apartment. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You lied about, where's this car, sir? You on your electric scooter. You lied about having a car. You used to be used to. I just can't rock with that. You lied about having a car. That's number 2. Number 3, let's see. You yelled at me for throwing up at the buffet. I threw up my guts. The least you could have asked me was I okay? The least you could have asked me was I okay? You got mad at me. He said, "What you get sick for?" Moving on. Number 4. The goals, the missing teeth. What's with the rots? What's with that? Huh? Why can't you just get a bridge like me? Get a regular tooth. You trying to cover the rot with a grill. I know it stank under there. So happy I didn't kiss up on Carter. Thank you, Lord. So we gonna get to number 5, right? So he, we chilling in the car. He trying to fill me up and want to go in the back seat, and I wasn't with that. I'm not going to no back seat with you. What? So he got a little quiet, y'all. I didn't want him touching me up. I didn't want him freaking on me. So he got a little quiet. And you know how guys roll. We sat there for like 15 more minutes, and he made an excuse. Oh, I'm getting text messages. My people, they want to meet. I already knew what time it was. Thank you for giving us a smooth exit. You trying to get out. You trying to get from around me because now you see you can't clap these cheeks. So now you trying to get from around me. I'm on the same page, Mr. Carter. So I didn't argue with him. I was simply just like, okay, yes, sir. I'm about to go home and relax as well. But I knew what time it was, y'all. I knew what time it was. So I go home and I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting around because at this point, I was not going to talk to Mr. Carter. Absolutely not. I was not going to call him because you have turned me off. You're a liar. So the next day, I'm like, okay, I'll wait for him to call me. The next day came, I'm like, I wait for him to call me, you know? The third day, I'm like, okay, I'll wait for him to call me. The fourth day, I was just like, this is a little strange. You know, we done went on a few dates. I was just expecting him to text or call me, y'all. I called his phone, y'all, went straight to voicemail. Carter has blocked me. Carter blocked me. He blocked me on the regular phone. He blocked me on the WhatsApp, girl. He blocked me. And was I offended by it? Absolutely not. So that makes number 5. Number 5, he got mad at me because I wouldn't let him freak on me. The bad outweighs the good. We have 5 bads on this side. And on the good side, we only have 1. The only good thing was he paid for my food. Whoop the damn do. That's the only one. Compared to the number 5s that he lied about. I just can't rock with it. So was your girl mad about it? Absolutely not. He ghosted me. He ghosted me because I wouldn't get in the backseat and let him freak on me. Girl, and it's I have some more bad dates I went on. Now I want y'all to understand what a date means. A date just means you're meeting somebody and you're just talking and getting to know somebody. Sex doesn't have to be involved. Marriage don't have to be involved. A relationship don't have to be involved with dating somebody. So yeah, I'm going to come back with a couple of more horrible dates that I've been on. And I'm probably going to have more dates. And you know what? I'm probably going to make it a little series. I'm probably going to put a little clip of these dudes. And when I'm at dinner, not of their face. But you know, I'm probably going to work something out because I'm sick of it. Dating sucks. And I'm probably going to, I don't know, y'all. Just pray for your girl. But Carter ghosted me. He ghosted me. He blocked me. He blocked me. Somebody told me that I'm too strong for these men. Somebody told me that I am too independent. I am too put together for the guys that I've been meeting down here in Miami. Maybe my husband from Antarctica. Maybe my husband stay in fucking Australia or something. Maybe he's in South Africa. Maybe Massachusetts, South Carolina, you know, Mississippi. Maybe he's in California. I don't think that my soulmate is down here, y'all. Anyways, he ghosted me, y'all, and I just had to tell the story time of my horrible dating experiences that's been going on lately. And yeah, I just can't rock with it. Leave y'all comments down below, y'all advice, y'all comments, anything. Just leave it down below because that helps your girl out. Hype my video, y'all. Go ahead and leave anything just to help your girl. Everything helps. Subscribe to the channel, y'all, and until next time. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell every single body, if y'all made it this far in this video, thank y'all so much, and happy New Year's to everybody. Many blessings, y'all. Let's shed all the trauma, all the drama. Let's mind our business and drink our water this year. Yes, let's do that. I love y'all. Until next time, y'all know. Peace.